Welcome to Denver, where the mountains meet the music. From the legendary soundstage of Red Rocks to small venues tucked in the city streets, Denver's live music scene is alive every night of the week. I'm your host, Allison Johnson, and I'm going to take you down to Welton Street, where the history of jazz is alive and well in Denver. I'm here with Jeff Campbell, the founder of the Emancipation Theater and longtime resident of Five Points, artist, storyteller. Jeff, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
For those who have not walked these streets, can you tell us a little bit about Five Points?
Five Points is essentially the historic black neighborhood of Denver, Colorado. This was where, you could find your everything from your cafes, your soul food, to your barbershops, everything that you associate with the black community. This was here, you name it, this was the place to be.
So Jeff, Five Points is known as the Harlem of the West. Can you tell us a little bit about how that name came to be?
Well, the name is not by accident. This was being the epicenter of black culture for Denver and Colorado. You had the Rossonian Hotel, yep, which is where all of the big name jazz artists would stay.
Okay.
They'd play down at the Paramount, but they would come here for where they stayed. And so the after parties were off the chain. You can just imagine.
Yeah.
About in the 30s and 40s. It was, this was the party spot. We're walking by the Casino Cabaret right now, which was owned by George Morrison, which was a place where a lot of artists came to perform. It's been a couple of different iterations, but we've settled on Cervantes, and those guys are doing great. They bring jazz back.
And the culture of jazz has really held on here.
Yeah, well, they're keeping it going. Jazz is still very much the soundtrack to Five Points.
Jeff, thank you so much for coming out today. It's been such a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Allison. Thank you for having me. I had fun.
Speaking of that, let's take a tour inside the venue to see how that magic unfolds in person. Let's go. Cervantes and the Other Side host events almost every night of the week. This building has serious roots. It once was the Casino Cabaret and hosted all the legends. Cervantes Masterpiece Ballroom opened up in 2003 and has been feeding the soul of Five Points ever since. I'm here with Trent, the general manager of Cervantes Masterpiece and the Other Side. Trent, thanks for joining me today.
Absolutely, thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about this amazing building?
I certainly can. It's such a unique space. It always has been since its inception back in the 1930s. I've always considered this place the musicians' venue. Everyone, if they're in town, if they're playing gigs elsewhere, they always end up here. And oftentimes they end up on stage performing with whoever's playing that night. And people flock to us. They really love what we do, they love what we offer, and we have a fun time doing it.
So what I hear you saying is Cervantes just really culminates like a collaboration. So you've got artists coming from all different genres. Big artists will jump on stage with the up and coming artists.
Absolutely, yeah. It's happened time and time again, and it's a really amazing thing to witness.
Yeah.
And it's really fun and special to be part of that dynamic.
Trent, sitting here on stage, you can just feel the history.
Yeah, we've had some of the greats play here. Count Basie, James Brown, Duke Ellington, Ray Charles, Ella Fitzgerald, Louis Armstrong. There is really a genuine, rich history that is in these walls,
Take me back there. I wish I could see that.
You're telling me, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Trent, thank you so much for showing us around and telling us about the rich history that Cervantes has. And I just want to say personally, I am so grateful that you and your staff are providing this continuation of music in Five Points and for Denver. Now we're going to head to an 1890 Victorian house that I have listed that's right around the corner. Let's go. All right, here we are in this gorgeous 1890s two-story Victorian, just blocks away from where we just were on the lively Welton Street. This house features 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and has so many gorgeous original features. These pocket doors, the crown molding, the woodwork. This house also has amazing modern features that beautifully combine the historic home with modern comforts that we all really want. Come take a look in the kitchen. These old homes have so much space with 5 bedrooms up here. There's so many opportunities to make it yours. This home really fits in with the history of the community. And there you have it, a beautiful neighborhood rich with history. Denver has so much history to share. I can't wait to tell you more about it. Till next time, I'm Allison Johnson, your host for American Dream.